I'm Jeremiah, and I'm really excited about what I'm installing here today. We are installing the Goose gear, the low version of their full rear seat delete, including the back wall. We've been wanting to do this install for years. I run a production company, so space is at a premium, especially in the Gladiator. Fast access was paramount to us. Having the ability to put all of our Red Arc stuff underneath of the larger side, recovery gear on the other side, and just keeping the whole back area open for camera storage, boxes, our inverter, our batteries, everything being able to be organized and clean. So being able to have this is a dream. Both the 60 and the 40% seat deletes come with the door side, the forward-facing front side, and the middle side. After removing the seats, this installation goes fairly quick. Barely loosen the 1/4-20 screws, slide the track nuts into the extrusion. The side piece with the long skinny section is for the middle to account for the hump between the seats. Same goes for the front piece. If you're having difficulty, you can also loosen the bolts holding on the extrusion. Once you slide these pieces on, don't over tighten because they may have to be adjusted in position later. Slide on the door side and you're done with this section. We can't help but appreciate the fit and finish. Everything is precise, the paint is perfect. These guys do a fantastic job. Now it's time to repeat on the 40% side. Remember, the skinny section accounts for the hump in the middle of the vehicle between the two seats. And the more rounded sections are for the doors. So this is the rear wall. That's an extremely clean look. So these ports are pre-cut for the existing seat hooks. I would prefer to grind them off, but if I ever want to resell the truck, it's good to leave them on there. Eliminating all of the factory plastic on the back wall will give us another 6.5 inches, especially since we have a factory sub, which we're going to relocate down the road. But for now, this is going to leave us a very clean look. We'll be able to mount our ARB compressor, our inverter, directly to this back wall and get so much more extra space back there. So let's get started on this install. On the rear passenger wall, there will be a few clips to take out some bolts. And with one big old pull, this thing should just snap off the back wall. The factory sub removes with 4 bolts and a plug. We're installing our full TVMS Red Vision Rogue underneath the 60% side, so we're going to do a dry fit first. Even on the low, there is a ton of storage underneath it. We've already loosely pre-wired most of the Rogue system, so we're going to go ahead and put it in there and see where everything should be positioned. The Rogue is Red Arc's new tiny power management system. This thing is a powerhouse. Switchable, dimmable controls either on the app or the Red Vision screen. Now that we know where everything should go, we'll take out the 60% side and start bolting things down. Now we can finish up the final install. The spacers and the larger bolts account for the dip in the floor pan. There are 4 large bolts per side that go into the bolt holes that the seats were previously attached to. Once the big bolts are in, tighten all of the 1/4-20 bolts that we left loose earlier. Time for the 40% side. Same thing goes for this side. The 2 longer bolts close to the front get the longer spacers to account for the floor pan dip. After all the main bolts and the support board 1/4-20 bolts are tightened, you're done. Time to install the back wall. Using the 2 mending plates, we will attach the 60 to the 40% side. Keep these loose for adjusting. We're going to do a dry fit so we know where to mark the holes on the 40% side where we'll need to drill and add our nutserts. Don't forget to remove the metal brackets from around the rear wall vents. Using a Sharpie on the 40% side, mark on the back wall where the holes will need to be drilled. Drill both the holes out to 11/30 seconds. Using the supplied nutsert tool, install the nutserts. Put the wall back in place, tighten the 4 main bolts, tighten the mending bolts, and you're done. Attach your own accessories where you see fit. Okay, I couldn't be more happy with the way this went in, how easy it was, how clean it looks. The Rogue and Manager went in easily. Underneath of this, there's tons of room for adding extra accessories. These doors, they go on super easy. I use the Big Country 4x4 Rugged Bound Supply Company universal tie-down strap for the battery. Got the 300 amp hour lithium battery power lithium battery. We have the 1500 watt pure sine wave inverter from Red Arc back there, and so much more room. All my recovery gear, my compressor, everything's going to fit underneath that side. We've added so much more storage. I can add more things to the back wall. Super impressed by the quality of this. If you want more information about Goose gear or any of these other guys, we're going to link them down below.